Hi everybody, it's Lisa from SuttonsDaze, and today is day 18, September 18th, September being National Preparedness Month, where we are doing one video every single day in an attempt to inspire you to become more prepared in your day-to-day life. So today we're going to talk about outdoor cooking. Kind of. I mean, that's what the thumbnail says, but what I'm talking more about is the ability to cook in an emergency situation, okay? So say your power is out, say the gas is out, whatever it is that you need to do, okay, so that you can cook normally however you cook. What are the different methods that you can use to cook your food, to heat up your meals, to heat up some water for some coffee? Very important. Okay, so how can you do this? Are you prepared to do this? So we're gonna kind of scatter, cattywampus all over the place, hitting different ones that we have, and I would love to hear the methods that you have and that you have used in the comment section below. The comments in this series are outstanding. You guys are awesome. I just can't thank you enough because you have tons of information as always, and I just know the comments are fantastic, and they're going to be great on this one. So the different ways that we have set up here to do emergency cooking. Most of the time when the power goes out here, it's wintertime, okay? So we can't exactly go outside because normally if the power's out, the wind is really, really high. So how can we heat up our food inside? Well, if you've been around for a little while, you heard of an idea I had a while back and something that we've actually stocked up on. And what we have done is we have purchased a couple of thrift store fondue pots. You remember the fondue pots? Are you at least my age where you have the fondue pots? You remember that was like all the rage? It has the skewers. It has the thing it sits on. We got some of the Bunsen burners. We have some that hold tea-light candles in order to heat it up. This is an excellent way to heat up some of that canned food that you have, some of that home canned food that you have, some water. Probably, I don't know if it'd heat it up hot enough to make coffee. I'll have to try that. But it's a great substitute indoors to be able to heat up your food. Now, if you can head out to the garage where you're at least partially enclosed, in a safe environment, then they have different propane burners that you can use. There's the one that, we use for heating up potatoes that we feed to the pigs, because did you know pigs don't eat raw potatoes? Okay, so yes, we have been known to cook them for them. But we have, those propane heaters. There's the camping ones that you can get now. There's the tailgate ones that you can get now. There's your barbecue grill. There's charcoal grills. There's propane grills. There's, all different kinds of things. There's even a little rocket stove. I'll leave a link in the description box below for the one we have. I love it. It's actually meant, I think, for hiking and camping, but we have it on hand in our emergency preps as something that we can put up and take down pretty quick, and it will heat the water hot enough for coffee, for sure. So those are just some ideas on ways that you can cook or heat up food during an emergency situation. Now, some people have built out of various things, but specifically I've seen quite a few rocket stoves made out of cinder blocks. Lately there's been some flying around YouTube that are made out of metal, a metal like 4x4 thing, and those look awesome. I would really like one of those a lot. But the basics are the barbecue grill. We use propane. We do have a charcoal grill. We do have charcoal to use in case of an emergency, but for the most part, we always use propane. We do have our little rocket stove. We do have our fondue pots. We do have some of the propane camping Coleman, cooking things. Those are what we use for the most part. We have the ability. We have the tripod and we have the cast iron to go over an open fire. Now that is something that you don't take lightly because it's a whole nother method of cooking, okay? To start a bonfire and to put that tripod over it with that rack and put your cast iron pots out there and pans out there is great. It'll work, but it's totally different than any way that you've cooked indoors ever before. So it's definitely a learning curve. You want to practice as much as possible. Be sure to hit me up. Let me know. We can go out there. Okay, but it's definitely a skill. Okay, so don't assume that because you have all of these different methods that you're automatically going to know how to do it. Just like the life straw, okay? You have to practice. You have to develop those skills in order to use them during an emergency situation. You don't want to burn the food that you've stored so carefully. You know, you want to be able to enjoy it and to eat it and make it do what it's supposed to do. These are also not for use to heat your house kind of thing. You know what I mean? The dogs are playing, sorry. You're not going to heat your house this way. It's not recommended at all. Don't do it. But for heating up your food, #1 ways to do it. I really, really like the fondue pot. I really like it. Okay, it's just the perfect thing for those one-pot meals. You know, it's just me and Phil. Let's throw some soup in there. Or let's throw some canned chicken with some seasoning and whatever else we can in there. You know, let's heat up some stew. Whatever the case may be. And then the propane heaters or the camp stoves or the rocket stove are really cool if you want, you know, hot water for coffee or something like that. There's all different ways to be able to do this. There are tons of methods that I know that you guys are going to clue me in on the comment section below, and I really look forward to them. Remember, if you use a link, I normally is held for review so that I can approve it to make sure that nothing weird comes up in the comments. But in the description box below, I will leave a link to the little hiking collapsible stove that we have. Love it. It is just phenomenal. The little itty-bitty rocket stove that is great for making coffee is great. It's also good for heating all kinds of other stuff too. Remember, if you like what we do here, please hit that like, subscribe, and share. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. And until next time, be safe. Bye-bye.